Greetings, this is Buckshot with ZergRushGuide.com, and welcome to another edition of our Get into Gold series. If you want to get into Gold League or higher with the Zerg in 1 vs 1, you're absolutely in the right place. In this series, the team and I give you specific opening builds that you can use to crush your Zerg, Protoss, and Terran opponents in Bronze, Silver, and Gold Leagues. If you want all the videos at any time, you can go to ZergRushGuide.com and subscribe to our newsletter. But stay tuned. You're in for some easy to learn and easy to implement stuff that quite simply is going to get you wins when you start using it. Okay, let's get started. Now, in this edition of our Get into Gold series, I've got a one-on-one match between myself and a Protoss player on Metatopolis, and I'm speeding this up. And what you're going to see me here, what you're going to see me do here is go 10-10. I'm going to use the harvester trick, so I'm going to get my population up to 11-10. You're going to see me keep cranking out drones here. This is the common strategy which I use against Protoss. Here I'm dropping my spawning pool at 13. I use this strategy in Bronze, Silver, Gold, and even Platinum leagues. And it's going to involve, and there you see it right there, planting another hatchery inside my base. I planted that hatchery at 15. Now I'm going to put 2 spine crawlers down. And this is how I defeat the rush. Here goes my Vespian harvester. Okay, so continuing to crank out drones here. And myself and this opponent were about dead even in terms of drone production or pro production. Here you also see me dropping my evolution chamber, and in this build what I like to do is I like to crank out a lot of Zerglings. I only have one Vespian harvester going, and I do not expand because at least until patch 1 vs 1 comes out, I'm not going to expand. The Protoss Zealot Rush is absolutely overpowered for an early expansion, but I consistently beat it using this strategy. Here you see I've got Evolution Chamber is upgrading my Zergling's attack, which is key. Shortly thereafter, as soon as I've got 100, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my Zerglings into Speedlings. And here you see me going against air. Okay, I've got Tier 2 upgrading, and I'm also creating Spore Crawlers around my base just in case this player's going to go air on me. What's the word I'm looking for? Void Ray. Yes, that's it. Correct. Okay, so here we go. And I'm continuing to crank out drones. And at this point, now that I've got about 28 drones here, I'm going to go all Zerglings. And here you see moving across the map. And this is very, very interesting. At this point in the game, or at this point in the match, when he started moving his force, I had about 24. And by the time that his force gets here, these Zerglings are upgraded 1 attack. They're upgraded to Speedlings, and you're going to see how much damage upgraded Zerglings can do to Zealots if they're not upgraded. I'm going to be able to repel this entire force here. This is 21 total Zealots. This is a big attack force. And again, this is not a Bronze League match. This is a Gold League match. And here we go. So Spine Crawlers are doing damage. And what's nice about Zerglings is you can actually get the Zealots up in a nice little ball where the Spine Crawlers can get at them. And as you can see here, the Zealots are busy destroying the Zerglings as they have to. And the Spine Crawlers are just absolutely going to town on them. I'm doing fine in terms of mineral production. And because I've got 2 queens, 2 hatcheries, I'm already upgrading my Zerglings attack to melee attack level 2. I'm up to tech 2. I'm basically going to be able to dictate the flow of the match here. And if I recall, I let this drag on a little bit more simply because I take the approach that now I'm just going to deny the other player's expansion. Here you see I'm expanding up at the top here. And what I always recommend you do when you expand across the map, go ahead and take 3 drones. 1 for your hatchery, 2 for the Vespian harvester. It's just going to make life that much easier for you. Okay, so as you can see here, you know, I probably could have gotten my Speedlings into his mineral line and done a lot more damage. Maybe I'm playing a little lackadaisical in this map. I've got 200, 300 minerals right now. Things are going well, and you see that I'm taking control of these watchtowers here. And here my Zerglings go, pressing, attacking the expansion. They should be fully upgraded. Yeah, now I'm now upgrading their carpus. So I fast forward the game a little bit, still establishing my expansion up at the top of the base. And I'm going to keep pressing here. And this is you know, one example of how I deal with the Protoss. The primary way that I deal with Protoss being that, you know, so many players now open up with a mass zealot rush. And again, when patch 1.1 comes out, it's not going to be nearly as effective because zealot production is going to be nerfed. Or not, they're not going to be nerfed. The zealot production itself is going to be, the time it takes to get them on the map is going to be increased by 4 to 5 seconds. And here you see I've gone ahead and upgraded my, got a Spire out just in case the Protoss player was going to go air. So I'm playing a little bit more conservative here, not as aggressive, not as aggressive as I normally play, but it still results in a W. And it lets you know how you can transition out of the Zergling Rush. The Zerglings are very, very powerful when you start upgrading them. And if you get your Vespian out, as I recommend, as I did in this build, you can get them upgraded to level 2 or even level 3 faster than you can imagine. And when combined with Mutilix, they absolutely destroy the Zealot. So anyone who's trying a Zealot rush on you, if they walk into a mass of upgraded Zerglings, they're in for a rude awakening unless they themselves have been upgrading. And you know, most players don't. Most Protoss players that I've encountered are so fixated on numbers. And here we go, we've got the player leaving the game. And as you can see here, that's one reason why I kind of just held back, because listen, if you deny someone's expansion, even if they get it up, they got to move drones to it, right, or probes to it. So as you can see here, I've got eyes all over the map, which you should certainly do with Zerg. Back to what I was saying though, if you can deny someone's expansion, you can starve them out, which is essentially what I did here. I starved this player economically, and now I've got eyes all over the map, just to make sure that, you know, they didn't have an expansion somewhere. So this is about map control, and the Zerg are adept at it because they have Zerglings, and when upgraded they can get across the map very, very quickly. Okay, so stay tuned for more strategies against Zerg, Terran, and Protoss to get you into gold. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post them to the video. I do reply and respond to comments, so please do that. And if you want to get all of the videos, go to www.zergrushguide.com. We've got a great free newsletter for you, which is jam-packed full of information that is going to get you wins and let you dominate your division. This is Sir Buckshot with Zerg Rush Guide, and I'll see you next time.